Kia ora, hello, and thanks for joining us for our weekend weather update. We've got warm weather on the way and then a cold change coming next week. And when I say cold, I mean polar, with a chance of snow right down to sea level for a time anyway. Let's take a look. At the moment, mild as we go into the weekend. This big high pulling down this mild air. I said it yesterday, New Caledonia to New Zealand, pretty mild stuff, also coming out of the Queensland area. So this is why we've got some warmer than average weather, but it's also the reason why we're seeing a lot of rain falling on the west coast. So Friday's rainfall totals, they haven't changed as we've been talking all week. This is the zone in here where potentially over 125, over 150 millimeters possible just in one day up in the mountaintops. So just be aware of that. Only a few showers on the North Island and a few spits in the east. And when we look at Saturday, that heavy rain slides further up into the Nelson Ranges and the northern side and also up around Taranaki. Elsewhere again, just showers and a few spits, although there will be some heavy rain that comes through Cook Strait as well and into the lower North Island. With the warm winds, tonight is warmer than average. This is the departure from normal overnight low. It shows at the top of the country, pretty normal for this time of the year. That's because there's high pressure still nearby. But everybody else have those windier conditions that lifts up the temperatures, except for Stewart Island, where you are also, like the very north, bang on average. So Saturday looks like this. High pressure starts to move off the North Island. A couple of little light showers in there, nothing much. The real rain moves into the upper South Island and also into the lower western side of the North Island, mostly dry elsewhere. On Sunday, not a great deal of change. It's still wet in the west and dry for the most part in the east. There will be some spillover though in the North Island as that rain band slowly moves northwards. That's the main part of it on Sunday at lunchtime. And here comes the blue line. This is the sign of the polar blast on the way. So Monday looks quite different. Now, there are some forecasts to snow. If you're curious about where snow is, just go to Weather Watch or Rural Weather and start typing in different locations in Southland, Otago, Canterbury. You'll start to work out where the snow is most likely. You'll see the snow icon in there. So at the moment, people are asking about the main centres, Invercargill, Dunedin, Christchurch. We're not predicting a lot of snow, but there might be some. There might be some. And the forecast, when it's borderline like this, might change. It could go either way. It might sort of get heavier. We might be seeing a big snow event coming through. Or if the winds shift a little bit more southwest, many places like Canterbury and Otago stay fairly dry with a sou'wester. But this is the main front going through, the cold southerlies. We do expect snow in places like Queenstown and Gore on the hills around Dunedin, and potentially getting down potentially to sea level for a brief time in some locations. It may not be everywhere, but it's still too early to really lock that in. It's just the potential is there with a big cold southerly and places like Gore having a high of 3 and Dunedin having a high of 5. So that's why maybe at night time when the temperatures drop a bit more, there is that chance of some snow. So we'll keep you up to date as we move through into the weekend. We'll have news updates and our next video will be on Monday. Our final map is for Tuesday. I mean, look at this. This is a big cold southerly, but it's already starting to move off the country. The high out here starting to push it away, and that means it's still wintry, especially in this corner down here. So Monday and Tuesday are going to be pretty wintry in Southland, especially coastal Otago and Banks Peninsula coastal parts of Canterbury. The Chatham Islands also have a blast from this storm, a blast like, you know, a blast, not as in having fun, although some might, you never know. But it's going to be a cold, windy day. And then as we go into next week, that high will come on through and probably start locking in some frost. That is all from me. Have a good weekend. Don't forget, go to ruralweather.co.nz or Weather Watch. Start searching other locations if you're curious to see where the snow might be. Just go higher up in altitude and you should start to find some locations. That is all from me. We'll see you again on Monday. Have a great weekend.